Turn the volume of truth up.
Medals on the screen, ashes in the margins. Winners write the chapters. I'm here for the footnotes and the ghosts between lines. The film's got a silver glaze, the frames with glory like cologne. But history's an ocean, not a shot of monochrome. Half the story's televised, half is buried, half is bone. Half is whispered by a mother to a flag that came alone. I'm chasing after echoes that the victory parade forgot. The barely breathing syllables that bruise a soldier's thought. They call it noble sacrifice, I call it heavy math. Who cashes in the meaning when you count in aftermath? I want the quiet version, voices stitched with grit and sand. Not the tidy credits rolling, but the trembling of a hand. Tell me where the courage sat when mercy looked away, where a compass had to choose which price a soul would pay. Earn this, turn the borrowed breath into a vow. Carry what they carried, let the weight teach you how. Earn this, make the broken map into a road. If pain is the teacher, make your life the code. They called it impossible, drew a target on the dawn. 34 candles blown out before the second song. A captain calm like granite, jawline reading all is well, till a tremor in his fingers spell the truth his eyes won't tell. Leadership ain't bulletproof, it's porcelain and rain. It's writing orders on your heart and signing them with pain. He keeps a ledger only he will ever see. A list of towns he left intact, the parts of him he couldn't free. He walks through doors as if each doorway needs a prayer. Leaves the place a little kinder, pays in blood to put it there. You can polish every metal, but you can't erase the cost. The arithmetic of living measures everything you've lost. Earn this, turn the borrowed breath into a vow. Carry what they carry, let the weight teach you how. Earn this, make the broken map into a road. If pain is the teacher, make your life the code. 4 brothers marched, 3 became letters with no reply. And mercy met the numbers with a cold, unblinking eye. Risk many, save the one, said the mandate in his ear. The helmet argued ethics, the horizon answered here. He moved through occupied streets like stitching torn up cloth, threading hope through shattered glass and graves that bloom with frost. Leave it better than you found it, simple rule, a heavy lift. Some repairs are paid in bodies, some in pieces you can't give. And the men behind his shadow, they believe because he does. Not in promises of safety, but the why behind the was. This is mercy versus math, and both demand their time. Some equations you can balance only by the way you live. Tell me what a life is worth when weighed against the rest. The law of numbers falters where the human makes a nest. Earn this, turn the borrowed breath into a vow. Carry what they carry, let the weight teach you how. Earn this, make the broken map into a road. If pain is the teacher, make your life the code. They found him in a thunder of resolve and gravel light. Boots planted like a thesis on the edge of wrong and right. I haven't earned release, he says it anchors to the ground. Freedom isn't something handed, it's a circle you must round. So they fortify a crossing, draw a border out of bones. Trade minutes like a currency, buy time with broken phones. And when the final ledger asks a signature in blood, the captain pays in full and prays the meaning holds the flood. There are lines you can't return from, there are bridges you become. There are last words that unwrap into a lifetime like a drum. Earn is simple, heavy, like a star you cannot hold. Like a torch that turns your shadow into courage when it's cold. Where there's life, there's only maybe. Blank and cruel or kind, it's clay that needs your fingerprints to learn its shape and mind. Make your choices, face your center, let your north be not for sale. On the consequence that follows where it's lessened like a scale. What is negative or useless might be ore inside the stone. Swing the hammer of intention, make a compass of your bones. After war there isn't silence, there's a different kind of noise. Alarm clocks and a sidewalk, all the ordinary joys. You can dodge 1,000 bullets, then get ambushed by a mirror. Where the hardest war is daily and the enemy is nearer. Pay attention to the smallness, hold the door, return the call. Leave the world a little softer even when you hit a wall. Write the letter they were owed, plant a tree where names were read. Make the bridge they tried to build out of the life you've lived instead. Turn the rumors in your bloodstream into rituals of care. Give your fear a job to do and let it guard what's truly rare. Stand for something that can't pay you, learn to listen past applause. Let your kindness be a habit, not a tax, right off a cause. Earn this, turn the winded